Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy McFarlane Toys. Welcome to FiguresMOAT, and today we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane 1/6 scale Spider-Man statue. Yes, I have another one. So for those who don't know, this just came out. This is based off of the Legend of the Arachnite Torment series. It does have a comic book on the inside of it. That's cool. And again, so the thing with McFarlane and Marvel is that McFarlane can only make statues that can only make things that don't move, can articulate because they deal with Hasbro. So this is a statue, and they're based off of McFarlane's comic book covers. So, you know, we started looking at the little blotches and stuff. I'm like, yo, even I was like, dude, what is that? But then you realize they're spiders. So we're gonna get it open. We're gonna take it out the box and we're gonna look at it. And here he is, the packaging, and there is a lot to unpack here. So first off, remember those spots? Those are spiders, and they are very, very detailed. The portrait on this is actually really freaking cool. Like, really cool. I've seen some people take this off, and they've actually put them on, they feel like customize them and mod it and put this on top of the Maximum Series Spider-Man. So, I'm not that talented. The webbing right there that's wrapped around was really cool. And again, there's little spiders crawling everywhere. The Spider-Man logo up at the top, the text, you know, it's translucent. You can see it. This feels like plastic. I don't know if I can take that off or not. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but it does. Yeah, it feels like it's supposed to come off, but it's really weird, you know, like it's kind of wrinkled and stuff like that. But we're gonna leave it alone because you know me, I'll break some stuff. Working the way down, Torment Part 1, and then even articulation of the fingers right there, the posing of the fingers right there on this hand and this hand right here as well is really good. As we turn it to the side and look at the paint on it, you guys can see like the shadowing and the mix of the blue, the light blue and the dark blue, and the textures that look like they're like, you know, cloth and whatever else is really cool. We look on the back of it and you get that same kind of thing. The webbing is really consistent. I'm really happy with that. The paint, you can tell in some places where it got away from them, like that's a little sticky, but it could just be mine. You know, I always seem to get the QA issues. The webbing is kind of squishy, it's kind of bendy, but it's solid. You guys can see a peg hole in there. It is sticking out and it is connected to the base. So there is a base connected to this, you know, to keep it upright. But now that we've looked at this, let's look at the background. And here's the background. Again, all the spiders still crawling. Sorry for anybody with arachnophobia, you know. And then the 175 US stick, that's really cool. We'll turn to the side, and there is the comic book that's in there. The first all-new collector item issue, which is funny, with the comic book and the upside-down Spider-Man card. So we can pull it off. One sec. They taped it down really well, but we got it. So for anybody who hasn't seen one of these before, these are the comic books that are included with the packaging, and it's usually a recreation of the comic, so you can read, but it also does have a lot of product placement. Like, ooh, I don't think I've ever seen that Spider-Man. That is actually really dope. Still have not run into the Ben Grimm in the wild. Love to have it, but again, it's comics and stuff, and you know, all kinds of cool stuff. And it's funny because the pages, they split to where the advertisements are at. Like, that's a really cool Spider-Man statue. I'll say this about McFarlane: they know how to get stuff done. And then it's weird. It's everywhere. I don't think there's ever been that much advertisement in one of these things. And then again, more of the statues that are available. I don't have this Venom. That's the 1/10. I opted for the 1/6. But yeah. And again, it's from McFarlane, so you shouldn't expect a full recreation of a comic book. And then there is Spider-Man card. It's in the box. You guys can pause it and read that. Maybe might help if I took it out of the sleeve. Oh, that's new. Okay, so they sealed it. Normally these aren't sealed. I had to actually pull that apart. That's crazy, but yeah, whatever. It's mine. I'm gonna rip it open. Also, you guys can read the back of the card. So there it is. If you guys want to read the back of the card, feel free. And here it is in the background of the packaging that they want you to display it with. It's weird because you can kind of see the detail depending on where you move it. The spider is trying to creep through and get through and everything else. But yeah, it actually looks really freaking good. Like, that's actually impressive. Overall, this is actually really good. McFarlane, I will say this, they're getting better and better with the things that they're doing to give the illusion that these statues are popping directly off of the comic book. I think this one specifically, if you don't use the background, I mean, it's still cool. I don't think it hits as different as it would with the background because it's trying to emulate a comic book cover. But if you threw this in front of a Spider-Man poster or in the back of a solid wall color or something like that, I think it'd be really good. The details on the body are really nice, especially them going with the details of the spiders, making them as prominent as they did on Spider-Man is actually really impressive. And they did a really good job of hiding the base. Like, if you didn't know it was a base or somebody just walked up to it, maybe they think it was a casual person would think it was suspended in air, or maybe just sticking off of the web. So kudos to McFarlane for actually doing that, because that's actually really clean. I still don't know if that's plastic that's supposed to come off the word Spider-Man. I am nervous to actually attempt to remove it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it as is. But overall, I give this a solid 8 out of 10. You know, I don't think there's anything that I would nitpick about. I don't think there's anything that I would maybe change, except maybe the text. Again, the translucent text, it's cool. It's just more of, I don't know if that's covering or not, and it's a fear if you rip it off and potentially ruin something. But what do you guys think? Did you pick this up? Are you thinking about picking this up? Has this video helped influence your decision on picking up this statue or not? Let me know in the comments below. I'm McFarlane Toys. This is FiguresMOAT, and hey, there are more McFarlane statues you can check out on the playlist. So check that out as well. I'm McFarlane Toys. This is FiguresMOAT. Like, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, so we make our way to 500, and catch you on the next one. Deuces. Ooses.